children, without wasting our time, let's start with our syllabus, that is the EVS chapter first, that is Living World. Lesson 1 is Living World. So what all comes in this living world? The main living world is our environment, right? So what all the things we see in our nature, the environment, everything comes in the environment. So that you must have heard the saying that the world is very familiar to us. Means the world, wherever you see, you think that you know everything about that. So that is very familiar to us. The things around us is the environment. We can enjoy the environment by only the seeing, right? We see the hills, forests, the animals, honeybees, streams, falls, waterfalls. There are many wonder things in the environment. So whenever we see some such wonders, we say it as wow, what a beauty it is, right? So like that, many wonder things are there in our environment. So these things which make us wonder. This is our environment. Our home, our environment is home for the diversity. You have the curiosity to know the specialty of the diversity. Means what is this diversity, how it comes, everything you must have to know about this. But after knowing this, in this lesson mainly we have to study about the 4 things. That is, after reading this lesson, you will be able to identify the living and non-living things. After this, you have to go, mainly 5 points are there in this lesson. Firstly, you will be able to identify which are living things and which are non-living things. Second one, you know the importance of the characteristics. So characteristics you will be able to know about the living and both non-living things. So next, introduce yourself. Third one is to introduce yourself to the method of food production. Method of food production. Third point, method of food production. Next, classifying the animals. Classifying the animals based on their feeding. Based on the feeding, how they are fed, how they are taking the food, depending upon that, the animals are classified. That we will go into study in this lesson. And the last thing is the production of the importance and protection. Importance and protection of plants and animals. Okay, so these are the 5 things which are able to learn in this lesson. That is, first thing, to identify the living and non-living things. Nextly, you will be knowing about the characteristics about the living and non-living things. Next one is the method of the food production. So next one, classify the animals based on the how they are fed, means how they are taking the food, depending upon we are going to classify the animals. Last one, the protection of the plants and animals. So let's begin. Here is one story, that is Lazy Somanna. What is that? Lazy Somanna is a lazy person even though he owns his piece of land. Here, Somanna is a very lazy person. He has one piece of land. Okay. In that, what he wanted to do is, he has not worked for a single day in his land. He used to live only by receiving what the others gave him. He used to beg the others. So he was very fond of the groundnuts. What he was fond of? Groundnuts. He was very fond of the groundnuts, especially the fried groundnuts. Not the raw one, fried one. He was fond of the fried groundnuts. Once while eating the fried groundnuts, he has got an idea that if I sow the fried groundnuts in the field, means if I go and put this seed in the field, the plant will grow into the seed with the fried groundnut itself. He thought that if I grow this in the fried groundnut in the land, all the plants will be getting only the fried groundnut. So, by doing so, he may not beg to others. He may not ask anyone to give the food or anything, and no need of doing any work after this. He will be keep on going on eating the fried groundnuts because of this. When the plants grow the fried groundnuts. Also, he felt that he sowed the fried groundnuts yield would be fried groundnuts, so there would be no need to fry the groundnuts also. If I do the fried groundnuts, if I sow the fried groundnuts, what happens? He no need to take the groundnuts and again no need to fry it again once again. Right? So he thought about that. Not knowing the type of the seeds to be sown, Somanna started sowing the free groundnuts for the next day itself. Somanna, working in his land, neighboring farmers were very happy that Somanna had shed the laziness. Means by seeing that others were happy, because he used to ask the food everything from the others, right? So all the other persons, what they thought that now Somanna is not lazy. He's been working for some time. So the plants grew and greenery was everywhere, but not a single plant appeared in the Somanna field. What happened? In the Somanna field, everywhere greenery was there, but not on the single plant on the Somanna field. Okay. So why? You have read the story now. So why did plants not grow in the Somanna field? Everywhere there is the greenery here, everywhere there is the greenery, but not why in the Somanna's place. But that is because the raw groundnuts have the characteristics needed to grow into a plant. Means if we take a raw groundnut, this is a raw, means hasikai ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, that one. Here Somanna has taken a fried groundnut. Okay, raw groundnut and fried groundnut. This is the difference where you have to be understood. So the raw groundnut, has the characteristics, means it has some characteristics so that it can grow into a plant. If we sow into the field, that will be grown into a plant and it gives a groundnut again. Okay. After this, but not in the fried groundnut. It will be losing the living content. If we sow into the field, it is called non-living state. Okay, the living component is destroyed. If we sow here, the living component, whatever the groundnut has, it will be destroyed. The living things which do not have the characteristics. So, in the following state, some components of the environment and some living components characteristics are given. So, I'll give you some characteristics. On 2 examples, I'll show you what are those. You have to, the rest thing you have to do it by yourself. Okay. Here are the components of environment. So, growth, eating food, movement, before asking you the question, let me first introduce what are these. I think in the lower classes you might have been studied about this. Growth you know about how the living things will be growing. That is nothing but the growth, right? The cells will be keep on growing by the time of the age. So that is the growth. By eating the food, you will keep on growing. You will be getting energy. So that is eating food. And movement, how the animals move, plants move, right? I told you in the last class or in the fourth class you have studied what are the things which will be moving. The living things all will move, right? So next is respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is nothing but the how do we breathe? How do we respire? We take oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. That is the respiration. Next one is excretion. What are the things we have taken in? We need to expel it out, right? So that is excretion. If the things which are removed from our body, that is excretion. Next one is response to stimulus. What is this response to stimulus? That is, if we touch something, we will be giving the response. If somebody pinches you, you will be your skin will be telling to your brain that your friend has pinched you, or he has slapped you, or he has touched you, right? So that is one response. If we see the plants also, one plant is there known as touch me not plant, right? So that touch me not plant, what happens if we touch it? The leaves will be shredded. The leaves get shredded inside, right? So that is the response to stimulus. Next one is reproduction. What is that reproduction? The things which are familiar with the same kind, which reproduce. The reproduce of the same own kind is known as reproduction. Okay. So next let's begin with the components here. Here first one, mouse. What is this mouse? Rat or mouse, whatever you say. That is the mouse. You have to say me these all the things does the mouse have, the characteristics. So growth, yes. From small rat to small mouse, it will be keep on going to till little bigger. No, it has growth. Eating food, yes, it will be eating its food. Movement, yes, it will move. All the living things will be moving. And respiration, of course, it will be keep inhaling and exhaling. Next, excretion, yes. Response to stimulus, yes. Reproduction, yes. Right? All the things it will be doing, where the living things and where we humans will be doing, like that the mouse will also be doing. Second one is mango. So what are the things in the mango? Growth is there. From the seed it will be grow to the still more ripe fruit. No. Yes. Eating food. No. Don't take any food after that. After growing. Movement. No. Respiration. No. Only plants will respire, not mango. Okay. Excretion. No. Response to stimulus. No. Reproduction. Yes. Sorry. Reproduction, why? Yes, because if we take that seed and again if we sow, again it will be reproducing of the same kind, right? So like that, mango can reproduce once again, one more mango. Next one, brick. What about brick? They don't grow, they don't eat food, they do not move, they do not respire, there is no excretion, there is no response to stimulus, and there is no reproduction. All are no, because it is a non-living thing. So these are the characteristics. I hope you are all understood about the living and non-living things. These are the characteristics. I'll give you some more example. You have to try it on your own and just send me. So like that, take this. Fourth one, clock. You have to say me yes or no. Okay, out of all these. Fifth one, butterfly. Man. Frog. excretion, reproduction, everything about these components. Okay, take down this and copy it in your rough book. Just let me know the answers. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. The components which have marked right, or you can do like this also, or yes also, or if you don't have the response of something, put a wrong mark in the things. So some of the components seen in environment are given below. Identify them as a living beings or non-living things. So next one, just identify it as a living things and a non-living things. I will say it as in the orally just as it is. Birds, it is a living thing. Balloon, non-living. Water, living. Mango tree, living. Vehicle, non-living. Pen, it is a non-living. So just put right or wrong in front of the table. I'll send you the page. Just you have to mark it out. Okay. Next, plants and animals have the living beings. There are certain characteristics to decide them as a living things. The characteristics of the living things are given here. Know about this. So next one, about the living things. What are the characteristics about the living things? Firstly, they are made up of cells. You must be able to know that every single part, every part in the universe is made up of a cell. Without cell, a body can't grow it. Okay. We also, from the small cell, we have grown to a simple total body. Total baby it will be growing to the growth. So it is the living things. These are made up of cells. Living beings are made up of cells. Okay, let's observe the pictures. There are plants and an animal cell, mainly plant and animal cell. Which are those? Plants and animal cells. Observe the pictures, the plant and animal cells. You must have observed the house which is being constructed. Means for a construction of a house we need a brick, cement, water, everything, machine, some mixer, concrete, everything we need to build a house. One by one, if we keep on by adding and keep on going, we'll build a house. Like that only a cell. A cell is a what? Cell is nothing but for building a body we need a cell. The body of the living is made up of a cells, so you will learn about more cells in the higher class. Everything in detail about the body, animals and plants you will be able to learn. Second one is living beings respiration. Living things respire. They take in oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. You will learn in the more classes you will be more learning about these, about the how they are taking oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. What are the actions in between them? In the higher classes you will be more detailedly learn about that. So just you have to learn about that living things have respiration, means they will be taking in oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. All the living things does not take only oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide, but as a plants will we humans will take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, right? But the plants take in CO2 and give out the oxygen, right? So this is the main difference between the plants and the humans. And animals also will be taking the oxygen and CO2. Only depending upon the plant, CO2 and oxygen will be different. But living things will be respiring. There are special organs which respire in the animals. Plants also dependent on the oxygen for the respiration. Plants will dependent on the respiration for the oxygen. So where does the plants get oxygen? From the sun. So they usually through the stomata. How they do breathe? They don't have any nostrils or nose like us, no. Plants will be having the small pores in the leaves. Down the leaves, small tiny pores are there. That is called as a stomata. Okay. Through that pores, the oxygen will be taken in and they will be building their food. So leaves is called as a food factory of the plants. Next one, living beings eat the food. Third one is living beings will be eating the food. So all the living things we need a food, we take a food because to get the energy. So the names of the living beings are given below. Just let us help us to work. Elephant, bullocks and dog. So how they will be working? They will be taking the food and they will be working for something or somewhere. So do these all works living beings need energy. They get the energy through the food. Of course, all the living things, if we take the food only, we will be getting the energy. Next, food of plants. What does the plants do then? If we take a food, okay? These are the living things. Plants are also the living things, right? Plants are also living things. So plants, what do they do? They also eat food, but in terms of oxygen. Each part of the plant does not one or the other activity. Don't think as also need food. How do plants obtain their food? They obtain their food by the sunlight, called as a photosynthesis process. There is a photosynthesis process where from the sun the plants will be respiring through the leaves and they will be taking in oxygen and leaving out they will be taking in the CO2 and give out the oxygen. Right? So this is the main characteristics of the plant. They take in the carbon dioxide, everything from the environment, sun, chlorophyll, everything, water. By these taking all the mixtures, they will be getting the food. Then preparation of the food in the plants. Observe the picture. 4 important components needed. Produce the food. For that, plants are given. An activity from which is given. Means some characteristics are given here. You have to identify from which it is coming. So it is like match the following. I'll send you in the pic. You have to match it. I'll just say solar energy is from the sun. Water, minerals, salts, everything from the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide from the leaf. Chlorophyll from the again soil, atmosphere. So you have to just match it. They have given wrongly. We have to match it and fill it. Next one. Plants use solar energy, carbon dioxide in the air, absorb the water and minerals with the salts from the soil through roots and prepare the food with the help of the chlorophyll in the leaf. This process is called as photosynthesis. I told you just now what is photosynthesis. They will take the CO2, chlorophyll plus water. H2O is nothing but water. So this process completely they give carbohydrates plus oxygen. So this carbohydrate is nothing but the energy. Okay. So this is the process of photosynthesis. In the preparation of the food by the plants, glucose is produced and oxygen is released. So they will be releasing carbohydrate plus glucose plus oxygen. What all they will be reducing? Carbohydrates, glucose and oxygen is released during the photosynthesis. So during the photosynthesis, these are the process where they will be getting a food and they will be releasing the energy for us also. We are aspiring from the plants only, right? Yes, in the next class I will be telling you the different types of the plants are there and how they are which are the characteristics of the plants do they have. Everything will be discussing in the next class. So let me revise for a slightly what all we studied in today's class. We studied about the importance of the atmosphere. So how important is the atmosphere, and we have told one story about the Somanna. He had tried to grow the fried groundnuts, but it does not grow, right? We have studied some characteristics of the living beings and non-living things, which are the components of the environment, everything. Next one, components of the environment. So living things and non-living things, we are able to identify now. The living things, what are the characteristics? First one, living things are made up of cells. Next one, living things respire. Next, third one is living things eat food. Living things will food for the plants. Next one, we have discussed about the preparation in the food plants, about the photosynthesis, how they are taking the food, how they are reproducing, what they are reproducing, everything we have discussed in the today's class. I will be preparing you some questions for this. You have to see the pictures. I will be sending you the lesson post also. About that, search the answers and let me know the answers for the today's class. Okay. Thank you. Bye.